What if I told you that the reason engines fail in F-150s, Silverados, Explorers, and Grand Cherokees isn't age, mileage, or bad luck, but a handful of things you're supposed to do every 6 months and almost nobody does? You've been following your owner's manual. You've gone to the dealership for scheduled maintenance. But here's the kicker. Real-world data from oil analysis labs, AAA breakdown reports, and retired engineers shows that's not enough. One overlooked habit accounts for nearly 20% of catastrophic engine failures nationwide. Another is directly responsible for $3,500 to $8,000 transmission replacements in trucks under 120,000 miles. And let's be real, dealerships absolutely love it when people skip these 6-month checks because it guarantees expensive repairs later. Today, we're breaking down 7 secrets that can make your engine last 300,000 to 500,000 miles, even if your truck or SUV already has high mileage. These aren't the generic tips you'll find in your manual. These are the maintenance habits that separate vehicles that die at 150,000 miles from the ones still running strong at 500,000. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and drop a like, because this channel is the only place where you get the truth mechanics won't say on camera. Let's uncover secret number 1, and trust me, once you hear this, you'll never look at routine maintenance the same way again. Secret number 1. The 3,000-mile oil change. Myth is costing you money. Most people still believe in the 3,000-mile oil change because quick lube chains have been pushing it as cheap insurance for decades. Your dad probably did it. Your neighbor swears by it. But here's the thing. It's a complete waste of money, and it's actually worse for your engine. But here's the dirty secret. AAA found that 45% of drivers still believe this outdated myth, yet nearly all modern engines, the 5.0 Coyote, GM's 5.3 and 6.2, the Pentastar Viv 6, are engineered for 5,000 to 10,000 mile synthetic intervals. The oil companies know this. The dealerships know this. But they'd rather have you coming in every few months. Here's the data that'll shock you. Studies show premature oil changes waste $5.4 billion annually in the United States. Blackstone Labs, one of the most respected oil analysis companies, has tested thousands of samples and found that wear metals in synthetic oil remain stable until 7,500 to 10,000 miles. A 2014 Ford F-155.0 owner extended to 8,500 miles with Mobil 1, and the used oil analysis showed completely normal wear and stable total base number. Instead, you should follow whichever comes first, mileage or 6 months. Use AP, ISP, or FOM ILSAC GF6 certified oils like Mobil 1, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum, or Valvoline Full Synthetic. This approach gives you up to 25 to 40% lower wear, reduced fuel dilution issues, and cleaner piston rings. Bottom line, you'll save $250 to $450 per year in unnecessary oil changes and prevent the sludge buildup that leads to $2,500 to $4,500 timing system repairs. This is especially critical for direct-injected engines like the Ford EcoBoost, GM's L83 and L86, and the Chrysler Pentastar. But if you thought oil was the biggest money trap, wait until you see what secret number 2 exposes. Secret number 2. Lifetime transmission fluid. Is a marketing lie. You've probably been told that modern transmissions, the Ford 10R80, GM 8L90, ZF 8HP, have lifetime fluid that never needs changing. Your dealership service advisor said it. The owner's manual might even say it, and you believe them. The truth is, transmission specialists will tell you that lifetime means the lifetime of the warranty, not the lifetime of your vehicle. It's corporate speak designed to reduce maintenance costs during the warranty period while guaranteeing you'll need expensive repairs after 100,000 miles. Here's what they don't tell you. Heat degrades automatic transmission fluid by 15% for every 20 degree Fahrenheit increase in temperature. Fluid oxidation doubles at 199 degrees, and that's a common operating temperature for F-150S towing or Silverados in hot climates. Independent testing shows that transmission fluid breaks down significantly after 60,000 miles of normal use, or even sooner under severe conditions. One viral case shows exactly what happens. A 2016 Ford Explorer Platinum owner was quoted $8,000 for a complete transmission rebuild at 89,000 miles. After 3 drain and fills with the correct Motorcraft Mercon LV, the shudder completely disappeared. Total cost? About $250. The simple fix is to change your ATF every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, with a 6-month check for burnt smell or darkening. Use the correct fluid. Motorcraft Mercon ULV for Ford 10 speeds, Dexron 6 for GM transmissions, or ZF Lifeguard 8 for ZF units. This simple habit reduces clutch material wear by 40 to 60% and extends transmission life to 250,000 to 350,000 miles. You're looking at a $250 fluid service versus $3,500 to $7,000 rebuilds on Silverado 1500s, F-150S, and Durangos. The GM 8-speed transmissions from 2015 to 2019 are particularly notorious for torque converter shudder, and Ford 10 speeds run hot under load. And, if that surprised you, secret number 3 is responsible for more blown head gaskets than any Ford, Chevy, or Ram defect ever made. Secret number 3. Wrong coolant equals 20% of engine failures. Most people think coolant lasts forever, or at least until it turns brown. And when the level drops, you probably think you can just top it off with whatever universal coolant is on sale at the parts store. After all, it's all the same stuff, right? But here's the kicker. Wolf Lubricants reports that 20% of engine failures come from cooling system issues, and the majority of those are caused by incorrect coolant or neglected coolant maintenance. Just 0.6 millimeters of scale buildup inside your cooling passages can reduce cooling efficiency by 40%. And here's what really stings. 60% of water pump failures trace back to incorrect coolant chemistry. According to independent testing, mixing different coolant types creates chemical reactions that accelerate corrosion and create deposits. One GM 5.3 Silverado owner mixed Dex Cool with green IAT coolant trying to save money. The result? A plugged heater core and overheating at only 112,000 miles. Repair cost? $1,800. Here's what the pros actually do. They use the exact OEM specified coolant for each vehicle. GM requires Dex Cool OAT. Ford uses Motorcraft Yellow or Orange OAT. Mopar uses their 10-year OAT formula. These aren't interchangeable, and universal coolants are a gamble you don't want to take. Instead, you should check your coolant every 6 months for color, smell, debris, and level. Get a full flush every 4 to 5 years using the correct OEM coolant. This prevents overheating, head gasket failure, warped heads, and thermostat sticking. You'll extend your cooling system life by preventing the $2,000 to $6,000 head gasket or engine repairs that come from coolant neglect. This is especially critical for Chevy Tahoes, Suburbans, Ram 1500s, and Ford Explorers, all of which run hotter due to confined engine bays and high-performance demands. If you're finding this information valuable, hit that like button to help other car owners discover these truths. You won't believe what secret number 4 reveals about the gas you're pumping right now. Secret number 4. Cheap gasoline creates 19 times more engine deposits. You've probably heard people say, all gas is the same, or premium is always better even if your engine doesn't need it. Your buddy fills up at the cheapest station in town and brags about saving 10 cents per gallon. And you've wondered if it really matters. The truth is, AAA testing found that non-top-tier fuel created 19 times more intake valve deposits in just 4,000 miles compared to top-tier gasoline. Let that sink in. 19 times more carbon buildup from choosing the wrong pump. Here's the data. Switching to top-tier gasoline reduced deposits by 45 to 72% in just 5,000 miles, according to testing by AAA and Consumer Reports. A 2018 Chevy Traverse with the GDI engine started misfiring at 70,000 miles. The owner switched to top-tier fuel and ran 3 tanks with Chevron Techron PEA cleaner. The misfires disappeared completely without any mechanical repair. Here's what you need to do. Use top-tier regular gasoline, not unnecessary premium unless your engine specifically requires it. Top-tier brands include Shell V-Power, Chevron with Techron, Costco, and Phillips 66. Run a PEA-based cleaner like Chevron Techron every 5,000 to 10,000 miles. This simple habit reduces carbon buildup, gives you a smoother idle, and improves mileage on GDI engines. You'll prevent the $400 to $1,200 walnut blasting service that's becoming standard maintenance on GM and Ford GDI engines. The Ford 3.5 EcoBoost, GM 3.6 LGX, and Mopar 3.6 Pentastar are all extremely sensitive to deposit buildup. And let's be real, you're spending maybe 5 to 10 cents more per gallon for top-tier fuel, but you're avoiding a 4-figure repair bill and keeping your engine running like new. And if cheap gas gets worse, wait until you hear about secret number 5. It's the cheapest thing on this list and the one that strands millions every year. Secret number 5. Battery neglect destroys starters and alternators. Most people think, if the car starts, the battery is fine. You turn the key, the engine fires up, and you assume everything's working. But that's exactly the mindset that leads to being stranded and facing a $500 plus repair bill. But here's the dirty secret. AAA reports that most batteries last 3 to 5 years, not the 6 to 8 years people assume. Heat is the killer. It causes battery capacity to drop 50% faster than cold weather ever could. And corrosion? It increases electrical resistance by 200 to 300%, forcing your alternator and starter to work overtime. Here's a real-world example. A 2012 Ram 1500 owner kept replacing alternators, 3 and 5 years. Each one cost him $350 plus labor. The root cause? Corroded battery terminals causing voltage drop. Once he cleaned the terminals and replaced the battery, the problem disappeared. He'd spent over $1,400 on alternators when the real issue was a $150 battery and $10 worth of terminal cleaner. The simple fix is to inspect your battery every 6 months. Clean the terminals with a wire brush and baking soda solution. Tighten the clamps. Test battery health with a load tester. Check for swelling or leaks. Ensure proper grounding connections. This simple habit extends battery life by 1 to 3 years and protects your starter and alternator from premature failure. You're looking at $10 in cleaning supplies versus $350 for an alternator, $180 for a starter, plus tow fees and the hassle of being stranded. Quality batteries like Interstate, Die-Hard Platinum AGM, or Optima Red Top are worth the investment, and older Tahoes, Grand Cherokees, and F-150S are particularly infamous for terminal corrosion issues due to their engine bay design. Subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more money-saving automotive insights. But if battery maintenance sounds simple, secret number 6 targets the most ignored part of your engine. Secret number 6. Neglected PCV systems kill engines. Quietly, you've probably never thought about your PCV valve. Your owner's manual might not even mention it. Most drivers have no idea what it does or where it's located, and that ignorance is costing them thousands. Here's the thing. A clogged PCV valve increases crankcase pressure, causing oil consumption, blown seals, and premature ring wear. Studies show that crankcase pressure can spike by 40 to 60% when PCV valves stick or clog. Oil consumption can increase 2 to 4 times on EcoBoost and Pentastar engines with clogged PCV systems. According to engineering analysis, positive crankcase ventilation is critical for modern turbocharged and direct injected engines. When the system fails, pressure forces oil past seals, past rings, and into the intake system. One 2015 F-153.5 EcoBoost was using 1 quart of oil every 1,500 miles. The dealer wanted to tear down the engine. Instead, the owner replaced the PCV valve, a $20 part. Problem solved instantly. Here's what you need to do. Inspect and replace your PCV valve every 6 to 12 months on GDI and turbocharged engines. Use OEM parts, Motorcraft for Ford, AC Delco for GM, Mopar for Chrysler. Check the entire system including hoses and connections. This reduces oil consumption, prevents carbon buildup in the intake, and stabilizes idle quality. You're preventing a $20 valve replacement from becoming a $4,000 to $7,000 timing system or oil consumption repair. The entire Ford EcoBoost line, GM V8s with AFM or DOD, and the Jeep 3.6 are particularly vulnerable to PCV issues. And if neglecting a $20 part seems bad, secret number 7 is the one even good mechanics forget. Secret number 7. Belts, pulleys, and hoses fail silently before they break. You've been told, if it's not making noise, it's fine. You look under the hood, the belt looks okay, the hoses aren't cracked, and you figure everything's good. But that's exactly when these components are about to fail. The truth is, Gates Corporation reports that serpentine belts lose 10% of their tension per year. Hoses degrade internally, from the inside out, long before you see visible cracks on the outside. And when an accessory belt fails on a modern truck, you can lose coolant circulation and overheat the engine to catastrophic levels in 30 to 90 seconds. Here's what they don't tell you. A 2013 Chevy Tahoe owner ignored a slightly squeaky pulley because it only happened on cold starts. 3 weeks later, the idler pulley seized completely while he was on the highway. The belt shredded, the water pump stopped turning, and the engine overheated to 260 degrees in under a minute. Total repair? $2,200 for a new water pump, thermostat, hoses, and head gasket inspection. Here's what the pros actually do. Every 6 months, they inspect the serpentine belt for glazing, fraying, or cracking. They check idler pulley play by hand. They verify tensioner alignment. They squeeze hoses to feel for soft spots that indicate internal deterioration. They use OEM or premium parts from Gates, Dayco, or Continental. This simple habit prevents catastrophic overheating, alternator failure, power steering loss, and air conditioning failure. You're looking at a $40 belt and $100 in pulleys versus $2,000 to $6,000 in engine repairs. The F150 5.0, Silverado 5.3, and Durango 5.7 all use long accessory belt paths that are particularly prone to tension loss. Let's bring it all home. These 7 6-month habits prevent the failures dealerships secretly rely on for profit: overheating, timing chain wear, transmission shudder, carbon buildup, and battery-related no-starts. Do these consistently, and your engine, whether it's a Ford EcoBoost, Chevy 5.3, Ram Hemi, or Toyota V6, can run 300,000 to 500,000 miles without major repairs. Hit like if you found this breakdown useful and subscribe to the channel now. I'll continue to guide you through the real facts of car maintenance, saving you thousands. Next week, the 10 driving habits that secretly destroy modern engines and how to fix each one. Take care of your car, and it'll take care of you.